Once in a while, you come across a card trick that completely fools you. Unless you're new to Magic, but then at that point, just everything fools you. But logically, especially if you've been doing card tricks for many years, you realize there's a limited number of tricks, techniques, and methods that people can use with an ordinary deck of playing cards. And by ordinary playing cards, I mean the trick is completely impromptu. It can be done anywhere, any place, any location with a borrowed deck without any setup. So if I come across a trick that feels completely impromptu and I can't figure it out, I go completely berserk. Now chances are, if I saw this card trick being done, I probably wouldn't be able to figure it out. But let's see if you can. What up crew, it is Magic Monday and this is your place to learn Magic, master your performance, and captivate audiences. If you're joining me for the first time, what's up? My name is Vinny and I go by CardMechanic here on YouTube most of the time. I'm going to tell you right now, get your eyes open, get your focus on, because the trick I'm about to share with you is unfathomable. Before I do though, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe because it really helps me out in figuring what content I should make for you. So now that you've done that, let's do this. Alright guys, so check this out. For those of you who are wondering, today we're using the standard bicycle playing cards because, you know, sometimes the standard is where it's at. So we're going to start off by giving the deck a quick overhand shuffle like this. I would also give it an underhand shuffle, but I don't really know what that is. Let's try it out. Underhand. No, this is going to be a fail. It's not working out for me. Instead, I'll just give it a quick riffle shuffle. I feel like everyone's familiar with that. 1, 2, and we'll end it by giving the deck a quick little cut. Now at this point, I'm going to split the deck in half. Let's one half here and one half here. I'm going to instruct the spectator in a second while I'm gone or I have my eyes closed or my back turned or something to take a card out from any one of these piles and put it into the other pile. So they can take it from here to here or here to here. I won't know. It really doesn't matter to me. So they're going to go in. Let's say they go to this pile, take this card, take a look at it, memorize it. Once that's memorized, they're going to put it into the other pile and they're going to square up both piles. So I have no idea where that card is. But what I'm going to do, once this is complete, the spectator is going to call me right back. I'm going to come here and shuffle these piles together. And again, I seriously have no clue what pile the card is in because, you know, I'm not a genius. So what's going to happen is I'm just going to give the cards a slap, boom, just like this. And the card is now going to appear right on the end. There's your card, the 5 of diamonds. Is that not your card? Okay. What was your card? Honestly, I'm not too sure. Wait, hold on. I said it's going to appear at the end. I meant the top end, sorry, not the bottom end. I'm just used to boom doing this. But your card should appear at the top end, and there it is, the Jack of Hearts. Alright my friend, welcome to the tutorial. Let's verify if you were able to figure out how this trick is done. But before we do that, let me share with you a little bit of background on this effect. It is known as Unfathomable by Gene Hugard and Fred Brow. What I love about this trick is that it's very natural and everything is kept above board. So unless you know exactly what you're looking for, chances are you won't be able to figure this trick out. Right, so just kind of walking through it, just to show you how natural it is. Of course, the deck is first shuffled by a spectator or myself. Then it's cut in half. Then a card is inserted from one pile into the other pile. Those piles are shuffled together, and yet we're still able to find the spectator selected card while not knowing which pile the selected card is in, and even after the deck has been shuffled thoroughly. So that's what I love about this effect. It is truly unfathomable. So I don't want to use up any more time. Let's go ahead and break it down. Okay, so here's the secret behind how the trick works. Dribble please. It's a stripper deck. And no, it's not the strippers you're thinking about. The deck actually gives you the ability to strip out any card from the deck. So let's just say here we have the Queen of Clubs. If I take the Queen of Clubs, put it right into the deck, check it out. Boom, just like this. I'm able to strip that Queen of Clubs right out. Isn't that pretty cool? That's the magic of the stripper. Quick side note, if you want to buy your own stripper deck, I'll put the link to it down in the description. And if you don't want to buy it and want to make your own, I'll put the link to that down below as well. Now back to the video. So in theory, how this deck works is that the edges have kind of been trimmed or shaved off a small amount at a tilt. This way, whenever the card goes in, there'll be a very small part of that card sticking out. I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but a very small part of that card will be sticking out, which allows you to pull it out very cleanly. Now, even knowing this, you can probably figure out most of the effect, but there's still parts of it that I want to explain. So walking through the effect, this is how you want to handle it. First, of course, you take out a deck of playing cards, and you can hand it over to the spectator and ask them to shuffle it up. Now, if they're an ordinary spectator, when I ask them to shuffle it up, I would kind of gesture like this to say for them to do an overhand shuffle. As long as the orientation of the cards don't change, so it doesn't go from like here to here and then these are mixed up, everything should work out fine. But even if that does happen, let's say the cards have been mixed up in this way and this way, And then if you push them in, now the thing is, there'll be a lot of cards facing the wrong way, but because it's a stripper deck, you should actually be able to separate those two halves, and now all the cards are now facing the exact same direction. So you really have the freedom to let the spectator shuffle up a deck in the beginning, right? So once that's been completed, the deck has been shuffled, you want to kind of, So once the deck has been shuffled, all the cards are oriented in the same way. Here's how you want to handle it. You want to hold the cards in your non-dominant hand in a straddle grip like this, right? An elevated straddle grip. So index finger on top, pinky finger on the bottom, ring finger, middle finger on the side, and thumb on the other side. Once you have this, you're going to come over with your dominant hand, and you're going to not come over this way, come over with your thumb up and fingers down. Break the cards off like this, right? So we're here, straddle grip, break the cards off like this, turn it over, then put it down, and these cards are going to go down just like that. So what you've really done is change the orientation of these cards while maintaining the orientation of these cards. So now when a spectator takes a card from either pile, pushing it to the other pile, we can actually use the method to kind of strip out that playing card. Now here's where it gets cool. Actually, before I do that, is it facing the right way? So I kind of want to walk through that one more time. You're like this, coming like this, and like this, all right? Make it seem very natural, because it is very natural. So once that's done, I kind of spread the cards out a little bit so the spectator won't be like trying to mix around the cards here and there. And maybe I would say do it this way. I just did it that way because I don't have a whole lot of room here. But at this point, you can close your eyes, hide in the closet like I usually say, turn around, I don't know what else, whatever else you want to do, as long as you the spectator knows what to do. So they go into a pile, take out a card. Let's just say it's this card right here, the 7 of hearts. They'll take it, put it into the other pile, and of course now it's facing the wrong way. So you go ahead and square these up. When the spectator is done with this, they're going to call you back, and you have to shuffle the cards together in a specific way, otherwise we're going to have issues. So you're going to take the bottom ends of both of these halves, make them face each other, right? So the bottom ends, we went from here, this is facing this way, this is facing this way, and now you want to riffle shuffle both these halves together. This way we ensure that all the cards are oriented in the same direction, except that one single card that you have selected, which is the 7 of hearts. And this is where it's kind of up to you on how you want to do the reveal. But what I found to be a lot of fun is just to shuffle up the deck and do a reveal that way. So in my performance, I actually recorded this trick 2 ways. I'm not sure which I'm going to put for the performance yet, but I've recorded this trick 2 ways. And the way in which I have recorded this, the first way is I make the card appear on top, and the other way is I make the card appear on bottom. But regardless of however you do it, first I hold the decks horizontally like this, and then I start giving the deck a bit of a shuffle. What you'll realize is as you're doing this like a strip shuffle or block cuts, is that the card will automatically just kind of come into your hand. So for example, I'm here, right? If I cut like this, it's very easy to have this card grabbed and put on top of one of the packets. So here, I'm right here. This is the selected card, by the way. As you can see, there's a bit of a gap here. As I strip it out, you can see it's very easy to pull out that 7 of hearts into one of the top of the packets. So if it's on the top like this, you can kind of end your shuffle by giving the deck a cut and putting it in front of the spectator. What I like to do is when I have the card on top, I say I've controlled it to one of the ends, and then I can pick up the deck like this, and then very confidently I turn it over and say, boom, there is your selected card. And of course, this is not the selected card, this is the 5 of hearts. We selected the 7 of hearts. And then I say, oh wait, sorry, I said end, I forgot to specify which end. It should actually be on the top end. Then I turn it over again, and there is the 7 of hearts fully revealed. The second method in which I do this, let's say we have the 7 of hearts again somewhere reversed on top of the deck, we can still kind of grab it from where we see it. Now, controlling it to the bottom is slightly more difficult, but still not too hard. So in the same way we stripped out the cards here and had the card on top, we can also have the ability to strip out all the cards from underneath it and bring those to the top, so we control that card to the bottom. So in my case, I'd say the exact same thing, that I control the card to one of the ends, and there it is on the top end. These, let's just say it's something else to make it more differentiable. There it is on the top end, and they're like, no, that's not my card. I'm like, oh, sorry, I forgot to specify which end, and then bam, do a hardcore release and say, there's your card, the 7 of hearts. Not that you can see it because of the glare, but there's your card, the 7 of hearts. So feel free to try out different reveals and tell me what you come across, but I thought this was a lot of fun to do, especially because there are not too many effects using the stripper deck out there, and I just wanted to share this with you, so I hope you enjoyed. There you have it. No matter what people tell you in life, strippers are the best. But seriously, if you want to learn more about the stripper deck, I have a full video dedicated to it right over there. I'm sure you're going to get a lot out of it, so go ahead and check it out. That's all I got. Thanks so much for being here and spending your time with me. As always, it's a pleasure. Hope you have a great week ahead, and I hope to see you in that video.